G'day traders, Sam here from Trade to Prosper to give you another update on cryptocurrency XRP. From this trend line, let's start from the beginning. That's our wave 5 count. From the bottom to the top, I've come up with this solution. Basically, from there to there, Fibonacci is 1 and the top was 1.414. I wish I knew that some time back when I was first into crypto. Here's a story. I bought my cryptocurrency on Ripple back when it was 0.18, roughly around there. Maybe it was here, not sure. 0.18, I bought it here. So I wish I held it. Look at it, I would have never need to sell. Anyway, I don't think we'll ever come down that low, and I miss that big time because I sold it 6 months later. I probably sold it around here, and I was spewing because it went up to $3. So that's my sad story. Anyway, let's start again. So when you look at this type of scenario, you can see how the Fibonacci's align very well. So if that's our 1.414 top, you can see that, find that level, and 0.78, assuming that is 1, everything sort of lines up, even this level here with the 1. So having said that, we are interested in this area for today and moving forward, what to do. And I'll probably missed it, but you can see the trend line from there to there, and the macro one. I just did my lines, and you can see how the Fibonacci and this trend line became confluent. We had resistance all the way through, and then we had support. And I'm not sure why this is flickering, but anyway, so that's a trend line. And if we use some methodology, you can probably say a descending channel of some sort. This could probably be just that, like that. Never know. That could be it there. Okay, but let's just stick to the previous way with the number of touches, confluence. That's probably it there. So let's zoom in and see how we come to this conclusion. With this level, it was a 1.414. So assuming this is the main wave from top to bottom, make it a fib 1, comes down to 1.414. So, and if we were to be bullish, we would say that it needs to break this level here. Actually, probably this level here, this band, to be bullish. And I don't see that happening anytime soon. If anything, I think this is probably close to resistance as it is. I think the resistance is here, and I'm going to give you reasons for it. Let's just do that. Let's see how we go. I think this area is resistance to short. But anyway, let's go through the breakdown, and then you can understand the logic behind it all. So with this, you can see all my Fibonacci levels all lined up based on my methodology, and you can see the 618 pretty much in smack back in the middle for this big impulse. So if we were to get the current, we'll get rid of that and put this current scenario in there. Now you can see that was a good breakout trade there, and I didn't get it. I got stopped out, unfortunately, but what I want to show you is two things, I suppose. This trend line, you can see it's very confluent along the way, and it's actually hit there right now as a resistance. You might just stop there. The other aspect, if you look up close, no, I don't want to do that. So I said this was a breakout trade with this trend line. Yep, and I had my stop loss there, and see the wick, it just destroyed me, then wick back up. And so they knew this. They all knew this, and unfortunately stopped me out. So that was it there. And to the group, I did say in the group, breakout trade, and unfortunately I took that, but I was stopped out, and that's the reason the wick came all the way down. So it's just disappointing because I missed out on that big move, and which was realistically, just a look. Come on, 50%. Okay, 57%. Now you can see that trend line ever so slightly. You can see that part. You can see there, and this macro level. So it fit perfect. Now I have this structure, and I do also see this neckline coming to there, and this trend line. So this box here is going to be strong resistance. This is the neckline for this structure, and I just don't see it passing, but this is a strong move, very strong move, and might be surprising, but it might be able to break it. I don't see any reason to short in time now, but I am aware that the 1.618, based on this methodology, so I'll use the 618 level as a resistance, and you can see the 1.618 potentially being this band is being the resistance area. Okay, so that's what I have. Then the trend line supports it, and also the Fibonacci. Let's see where the Fibonacci went again. So from the bottom here to the top, you can see it's a 618 as well. So we've got a number of reasons why this is going to be very difficult to pass, and for the likes of Bitcoin, I just see this coming down pretty much. So picking up liquidity, if it breaks above it, then it's probably a good entry, but at the same time, it could be a fake out based on this structure, based on this level. It could be this. I'll be looking to short here if it keeps continuing, or this area if I see reversal candles. So what I'm doing is I'm on the daily, and let's have a quick look on the short time or the small time frames, and see if it's giving us anything. So let's look on the 1 hour. So it's still going, and it's not really giving us an opportunity to short. Well, let's zoom in a bit. Okay, so we're finding resistance at that level, as you can see. And frankly, it's going to be a hard position to... So what I'll do is I'll just put a trend line in there. So this has gone parabolic, right? So first one is, you always measure the angle, and then you can tell that this has gone parabolic. It doesn't even touch, there is no in between. It's just, that was the in between level, and it just went straight up. So this is going to, like I said, this is going to, okay, so it's hit that level already, and bearish candle. So this might go sideways for a while until it hits this pivot point. And when it hits this pivot point, it's either going to go up or it's going to go down. Like I said, there's more room for the upside. When I look at this on my Elliott wave count, you can say that, let's see what that tells us. We can say that that is 1, 2, yeah, so this is a free still going. That's a wave 3 move, wave 4, and maybe it will just go a little bit higher to wave 5, and let's see where that goes. Yeah, because that's a strong move. So wave 2 to 3 is just a strong move, and it's likely to go higher. Let's see whereabouts. I'm going to go to a 4-hour chart. It didn't quite hit the 618. Hold on, where is it? I'm going to get rid of this, or just lighten it up a bit. Actually, I'll just dull it out. There we go. I'll get rid of that trend line for a sec. So let's just put that work there for a sec. I won't lose it. And so we hit that level. We still got, as you can see, a bit more to go. So we touched our first resistance line. It might end this wave 3. So if we want to see a pullback to confirm that's going to be a wave 3 to 4. So whoops, far out. So my method, I want to see wave 3 to 4. So if, oh, sorry guys, it's just being difficult at the moment. When did I lock it? Far out. So if that's wave 3, wave 4 might come down to there, and then wave 5 is looking for the bounce. So we want to see a pullback, and then wave 5, and then we have a bit more confidence that this is the top, and we should be able to short. Looking forward, if I think crypto Bitcoin is also. Let's have a quick look at Bitcoin. So my expectation is just before I go to Bitcoin, we get a wave 3 to 4, and then wave 5, and then back down. So need to keep that in mind. Otherwise, wave 5 could be in this box as well. Like I said, that's the neckline. But this is definitely a strong move, and we want to see some weakening before we even make our decision. So we're just planning this at the moment. We have identified our strong resistance band, which is here, and we want to see a weakening before it comes down. In some cases, it's, let's see if in the past how it's worked out. In some cases, like here, wave 3 to 4. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit more 5, and then comes down, and then we get that A, B, C correction. Okay, so we might just get that kind of stuff as well. And so anyway, that's what I'm planning. I just want to check Bitcoin for a sec. Bitcoin is finding resistance. I think Bitcoin should be able to get some liquidity. That's obviously our resistance, next level, and the next level. We might just get that fake out and then come back down. That's one potential. Otherwise, we can probably see it coming down here. So liquidity is what they're after before we really drop. Let's see the where is it? SP 500. No, let me just pull it out, guys. I just want to see what the SP 500 is doing. Okay, so the SP 500 is still coming down, and then okay, this is the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is also coming down to support, so it gives the weight. It's taken a while. So we'll come down to support level, and that might give us a bounce. If it goes through, that's very bearish. We expect a bounce in this area because of the previous level. So this level, I do expect a bounce of some sort. That's going to give Bitcoin and the rest a bit of a rally. And with this chart, I do see Bitcoin finding this level extremely strong resistance and coming back down. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of areas. This trend line could be the resistance, or this fake out could be the play. It's going to be a difficult trade, but it will be nice to synchronize it with the SP 500. Okay, there is a whole video that I've done with the SP 500 and the justification for being bearish. I did have this level. Excuse me. I had this channel on the Nasdaq, and we break that structure. Yep. And we're below that structure now, and it's likely. So if this is, sorry guys, I'm drifting off, but if this is our 1, 2, 3, 4. I do see 5 coming down. So this looks like a wave 3 and 4. This might go more sideways before it comes down, but probably not too much. So we can see resistance. If I find support here, we're not going to see much of a bounce. 618 or this trend line, but that's pretty much it. All right, so where's my Ripple? Here we go. So from a macro perspective, I do expect it to come down. Let's see what we think we're going to have. No, what's this one? Okay, so assuming that this is 1, 0, it came to 1.414, 1.6, 1.618 is the next level of support. And if that was to drop, that is, say it was dropping from there, that's 62%. Probably not. I think this probably is a local bottom for the time being, but you never know. This could be a dump and pump. I mean, pump and dump. And from a big picture perspective, what I do see is Ripple could drop a fair bit to this 618 level, right? So from the macro level, this 618 is definitely on the cards. That could be the potential bottom. And if we did, I think we did it. Give us a sec. It's one of these. Okay, yep. Swing high, swing low. The one's there. Okay, so one fib extension. Want to swing high, swing low, to swing high. The fib extension is 1. Otherwise, it's further down. So I got 2 targets. Depends how much it really dumps. But yeah, I don't think this is going to stay much. I think this 200 moving average is going to be the weekly resistance. From a weekly perspective, let's have a look. So I've got the weekly chart, good weekly move, and let's see the indicators. Oh, look at that. That was a good strong move, wasn't it, on the RSI? Here, this is a strong move, definitely. EMA, let's just get that line clear. Actually, black will be good. So looking at that, that's a real strong move. Geez, from looking from a weekly chart, you would think it's going to continue on very strong. It could probably go all the way up to there, based on the weekly chart. Anyway, that could be the target as well, based on this weekly chart. So this, come Sunday, if it drops a fair bit, then that's a good rejection. At the moment, we've still got a few days to go. I'd like to see how this candle closes on the weekly, but you can see where it's at. It's at a resistance range already, and it might not just go anywhere. You know, that is, you can see the previous support levels. So this could be a strong resistance, and this is just a pump and dump. I'm just going to look for a shorting opportunity, and if it breaks, and based on what we see on SP500 and based on what we see on the other charts, we're stuffed. All that recording for nothing. Bugger. Or is it? Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong chart. Oh, sorry guys. That's recording. So I've got to stop it there. Alright. I just got confused with the browsers. Alright, so that's our original chart. But anyway, we're ready. I think I've made all the necessary commentary. And if you've got any questions, come and join our community or post some comments and I'll respond. Talk to you soon. Thanks.